David Cone.
David Cone with 4 outstanding pitches. Live fastball, hard-breaking ball.
The top 3 hitters in the Oakland lineup went 0 for 10 with a couple of walks. Now make it 0 for 11 in the series as Henderson strikes out and there's one away.
Well, he might not need it with all the strikeouts, but just in case he does.
Lansford will be followed by Ruben Sierra. And a fly ball to center field. Plenty of room for Devon White. And there are 2 down. Tonight's umpires, Larry Young. Rangers before he came around. He said, look, you don't have to handle that burden. Just let it come to you. You played a great game in the field. In the air, shortstop Manny Lee calls for it, and a 1-2-3 inning for David Cone. The A's, nothing, and the Blue Jays coming up in the first inning.
Good fastball, slider, and forkball, and he can strike you out with any of the 3
in the league. Goes after a pitch outside the strike zone, so White is out of there, and there's 1 down.
Well, Moore, as David Cone starts the game with a strikeout.
High chopper. Moore has to wait for it to come down, and safe at first base with the slide is Alomar. Alomar chop, and Alomar has a base hit with 1 out. Goes Roberto. The pitch is taken for a ball, and it gets away from Steinbach, and in with the stolen base is Alomar, who bluffed going to third. So the Blue Jays have a runner in scoring position as the count goes to 2-1 on Joe Carter. Hitter A's not concerned with him going to the opposite field. 2-2 pitch, and it's foul tipped into the glove of Steinbach for the strikeout. Second out and second strikeout for Mike Moore. And a hand for Dave Winfield. Now the 2-2. And it's popped up a breaking ball. Steinbach will handle it for the 3rd out. There was a hit and 1 left, so we've completed 1 here at Skydome. No score. He'll be followed, of course, by Mark McGuire and Terry Steinbach. A line drive to center field. White is back, and he's there. 1 away, but that was hit hard.
Fell behind in the count, and then Baines says, okay, now I'm going to get a fastball.
Does in his first look at Mark McGuire, who hit 42 home runs, good enough for 2nd in the American League this year. And he swings at the first pitch and lines it to Maldonado, who is playing perfectly. 2 hard-hit balls, 2 line drives, and 2 outs here in the 2nd inning. So Terry Steinbach is coming up now.
And hit him to right field, take the inside fastballs and pull him.
2-strike pitch. And Steinbach swings at a pitch outside the strike zone. 1-2-3 inning, and after an inning and a half, no score for the Blue Jays in the 8th inning, but the elation didn't last very long as Baines untied it in the top of the 9th. Fly ball to center field, and Willie Wilson in left center is there. 1 away.
A lot of athletes, whether they're racehorses, golfers, they have a favorite place where they perform the best.
And if the Oakland pitching plans go according to form, could again pitch game number 6 here at Skydome. High fly ball to left field, and Ricky Henderson camps under it. And that'll be out number 2. 2 fly balls and 2 outs here in the Blue Jays 2nd inning. Ball hit in the air to medium left field, and Ricky Henderson will make the play. So they hit it in the air 3 times, 3 outs in the Blue Jays 2nd inning. We go to the 3rd, still no score. An appearance since 1985, and that was with the world champion Kansas City Royals. And a drive hit to right center field. Carter is going back, and that may be over his head, and it is, and it goes over the wall. And they're going to have to send Wilson back to second base, and that's a bad break for the A's because Willie Wilson would have had 3rd easily if that ball had stayed in the ballpark. So a ground rule double for Wilson. Manny Lee trying to sneak behind Willie Wilson, and Wilson takes off at third, and the pitch is swung on, and a pop-up. Olerud has a play, and he makes the catch. Wilson had a good jump going to third base, especially with Gruber playing in, but Cone jammed Bordick, and there's one away as Wilson goes back to second. Here comes the 3-2. Ball 4, and Weiss walks. That's the first base on balls given up by Cone, and the A's have it just the way they'd like it. Runners at first and second, one out, and Ricky Henderson, who struck out in the first inning. Runners don't go, and it's popped up. Pat Borders sheds the mask, and that's out number 2. Big out, getting Ricky Henderson, but David Cone is not out of the woods yet. 1-0 the count to Carney Lansford. And there go the runners. The pitch is taken for a strike, and a double steal is successful for the A's as Willie Wilson gets to third, and Walt Weiss in safely at second. In Carney Lansford, and a comeback player of the year candidate. Ground ball. Third baseman Gruber has it, and Cone pitches out of it. The A's get a hit, a double steal, and leave runners in scoring position. You just want consistency from the home plate umpire, right? Bounding ball. Lansford makes the play, and Borders is retired. At the conclusion of tonight's game, Jim and I will select the Chevrolet Most Valuable Player of the game. Lee more effective as a left-handed batter, slaps it to the left side, but Walt Weiss is there. That was a lot closer, and in fact so close that Lee thought he had beaten the throw. He's out at first, and there are 2 down, but he is unhappy with Al Clark's call there.
Pitcher zone or a hitter's zone.
There's the 3-1 pitch. And that's ball 4. On that replay, it looked like the glove was outside, but it might have crossed over the edge of the plate. In any event, Kevon White is on with a 2-out walk. The first base on balls given up by Moore. Now the Blue Jays with their second base runner of the game with 2 outs. 2-1 Alomar. Joe Carter waiting to hit, and there goes Kevon White. There's the pitch out and the throw, a little off mark, but it is in time. So Terry Steinbach, who nailed 44% of base stealers, to Walt Weiss for the tag, and the inning is over. We've completed 3. Short his first time. And late kick, and a pop-up again to the left side of the infield, and once more it's Manny Lee. Sierra is out, and 0 for 6. So Harold Baines is coming up. Now what would Roger Clemens do facing
him away, but he strides into the ball and drives it to that alley. I think your best chances would be to try and throw fastballs. Really, any kind of pitches belt high and keep them inside.
Well, he threw the fastball, and it was handled by Manny Lee in short center field for out number 2.
And if you have a fastball like the Rocket, throw it just about anywhere you want to, but he...
Third baseman Kelly Gruber. And a 1-2-3 inning for David Cone, a 6-pitch inning for the Blue Jays right-hander. We're in the middle of the 4th inning.
That's the tone, not to overstate what pitchers mean to a ball club, but they set the tone most of the time and have a lot to do with who wins.
Line drive to center field, right at Willie Wilson, playing perfectly. You mean you've never overstated the importance of pitchers of the game? I don't know.
Well, it was fun talking with Cito Gaston yesterday about who should be MVP.
8 more than the next highest in the American League. And it's popped up into shallow center field. Wilson makes the catch, so 2 putouts for Willie Wilson. Dave Winfield, a leader in the clubhouse. First pitch from Moore. Ground ball to third. Lansford behind the bag, and a 1-2-3 inning for Mike Moore. So we have completed 4 innings at Skydome. Still 0-0. Cone has struck out 2. Steinbach, one of the victims. Now Rounding ball up the middle and a base hit to center field for Steinbach. That's his second hit of the series. And right now, let's check in with Leslie Visser. Leslie?
Dick, it's well known that players are attached to their equipment.
Second time tonight that the A's have had the leadoff man aboard. And there's the bunt. Cone quickly off the mound. He'll go to second in time to Manny Lee, and they get the front man. Steinbach is retired, and Willie Wilson is the base runner with one out. 1-0, the count to Bordick. And there goes Wilson. Pitch is taken for a ball. The throw to second base, not in time. And Willie Wilson in with his second stolen base of the ball game. Manny Lee late with the tag. So the A's have a runner in scoring position. And there goes the runners again. The ball gets away from Borders. Willie Wilson rounding third. He's coming to the plate, and he'll be safe. And going to third base is Mike Bordick. And the A's have taken a 1-0 lead. They tried the double steal in the third inning. It worked. They didn't score, and they tried it here. And the ball gets away, and the A's have taken a 1-0 lead. Mike Bordick might be coming home with the ball going into the dugout. And now they're going to send him back.
Wow, this is going to result.
Both runners, so
Tony La Russa coming out.
The run is going to come off the board because they're going to rule that they did not complete the steal, and it's only one base on the wild pitch. So they have to have runners at second and third, and La Russa's not going to like this. Strikes out for out number 2.
Gutsy call by
1-2. Strikes out Henderson. That deep. Case Olrud hits one hard to second base. He hits a line drive to left center field, but Willie Wilson in left center makes the catch. I don't remember the last time I've seen outfielders on both sides positioned as perfectly as we've seen so far in the series for every batter. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Moore has walked 1 tonight. And now he has walked his second batter. Maldonado trots to first with 1 out. Blue Jays have a runner on in a scoreless game here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Cone in the clutch, Moore threw out. And a drive hit deep to left field by Gruber, way back, it's gone, a home run. And the Jays lead it 2-0. On the door tonight, but the long ball for the Blue Jays has given them the first lead. Pat Borders lashes a base hit to center field. One out. Borders is aboard. First year in 1977. 3-2 pitch and a line drive. Playing perfectly is Willie Wilson. He makes the catch for out number 2. 2 down. Borders holding at first base. This will come back for the Blue Jays. They're going with 3 starters. 1-2 pitch to White and a line drive and a catch made by Walt Weiss, timing it perfectly, and that'll end the inning. But Gruber's 2-run homer gives the Jays the lead, and we'll return to Skydome after this word from your local station. Awarding of the bases shall be 2 bases from the position of runners at the time of the pitch or throw. So upon further review, he did not touch the ball, thus he did not score. And Lee has it for the first down. Lansford's retired.
The only thing is, in this sport, the umpires have to review it the first time. They don't get to review it.
David Cone used to low-scoring pitchers duels since he joined the Blue Jays. Loses Sierra and the base on ball. So David Cone facing obvious pressure in this game number 2. What's his thought?
Could get him out, and that's what Cone did.
Cone is ahead of him 0-2. There goes Sierra. The pitch taken for a ball and out at second base. Manny Lee putting the tag on Ruben Sierra. Waters hasn't had that impressive statistics in throwing out base stealers. Here's David Cone's 2-2 pitch and a line drive, and it's a base hit past Alomar's reach, fielded by Devon White in center field. He can cover some ground out there and rifles it back to the infield. What a bullet by White as Baines is on with a 2-out single. And he just missed this one. We'll see. Fly ball, left fielder Maldonado in left center. Powering fly ball. David Cone is pitched out of a mini jam, not really in the 6th inning. It's still 2-0. Quiet all-star Roberto Alomar doesn't get a lot of headlines. Content to sit back and just do his job, and in lines one right at Mike Bordick. Made a terrific play going to his left and robbed Alomar of a base hit. That's the kind of play Bordick has given the A's. He walks him. That is the 3rd walk given up by Mike Moore. And with 1 out, the Blue Jays have a base runner. And Carter is off. The pitch is taken for a ball. The throw not in time. And Joe Carter is in at second with a stolen base as the ball got away from Bordick. So the Jays trying to get
Double play.
Ball 4. Winfield draws a walk. Runners now at first and second and 1 away. Things aren't getting any easier for Mike Moore. John Olerud. Baines hit the home run to win it. Toronto felt good about themselves. Here's the 2-0 pitch and a fly ball hit to center field. Carter getting set to tag up at second base. Wilson makes the catch. Carter will tag up and go to third base. Holding at first is Winfield, and they're 2 down. Big-time jams for the Blue Jays tonight. They threaten first and third and 2 out. And a big swing and a fly ball to right center field. Ruben Sierra will make the play to retire the side. The Blue Jays leave runners at the corners. We go to the 7th inning here at Skydome. It's 2-0 Toronto. Important batter. He is the leadoff man here in the 7th inning. And he strikes out. Same pitch as he struck out in the 2nd inning. Right now, let's go to Leslie Visser. Leslie? There's the fastball and the fly ball to right field. Carter should handle it. And a 1-2-3 inning for David Cone. The A's are down in the 7th inning, and the Jays lead it 2-0. As Mike Moore and David Cone have engaged in a terrific pitcher's duel tonight. Ground ball, and that's a fair ball past Lansford. Fielded by Henderson and in at second base. It's a double. Fan interfered down the left field line, and Kelly Gruber is in at second with a ground rule double to lead off the 7th. Of course, Lansford has to anchor, and there's a ball tipped off the glove of Moore. The runner will get to third, and Bordick will throw out Borders. So it worked as a sacrifice in any event, as good as one, and Gruber goes to third with 1 out here in the 7th inning.
Nice job by Borders.
2-0 in favor of the Jays. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. And a fly ball to left field, and this will score the run. Henderson makes the catch. No throw coming in. Gruber scores, and it's 3-0 Toronto. strikes out. Throw to first by Steinbeck, and that'll do it. But the Blue Jays get a run. Kelly Gruber's double, and Lee's RBI on the sac fly. Shortstop has walked and took a called third strike. He has a stolen base as well as part of a double steal. 4A back in the third inning, and he lines a base hit to right field. Carter retrieves, and the leadoff man on here in the eighth. Cone with 3 walks and 5 strikeouts. Comes back in tight. There goes the runner, and he is in safely. Ball getting away, and Weiss will stop at second base. So Walt Weiss has his second stolen base of the night. The A's, as many people anticipated, able to run 3-0 the score. Weiss with the lead at second. Fly ball to left field, and Maldonado going back. Tagging up at second is Weiss. Here's the catch. And the throw coming into third base, and they have him. He's out. He's out of there. Lansford strikes out. And that ends it in the 8th inning. One game apiece, and the new Oakland pitcher is Jim Corsi, a native of Newton, Massachusetts. Tater has the best seat in the house, but because of a chest cold and a sore throat, can just watch me work. Alomar draws a walk to start the 8th inning. And a bounding ball could be a double play. Lansford to Bordick, and they turn it around the horn. Carter hits into a double play, and there are 2 gone here in the bottom of the 8th inning. New pitcher for the Oakland A's is Jeff Parrott, who was signed to a minor league contract in spring training. Not only made the club, why not bring him in here? 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs. High fly ball to left field, and Ricky Henderson is under it. He'll make the play, and we go to the 9th inning. And the Blue Jays 1 inning away from tying up the series.
Not produced at all for this ball club.
They were 0 for 10 coming into the game. They don't have a base hit tonight. And Sierra hits a line drive up the gap, and that could be extra bases. It's chased down by Devon White, rounding second, heading to third, and sliding safely with a triple is Ruben Sierra to lead off the 9th inning. And with Henke and Ward warming up, I don't think it'll take Cito Gaston very long to go there, do you? The closer, 34 saves. Blue Jays with the luxury of 2 outstanding closers in Dwayne Ward and Henke. On clinching day in Toronto, and Dwayne Ward came in and got the save. Here is the 3-1 pitch up the middle, and a base hit for Harold Baines. Scoring is Ruben Sierra for the first run for Oakland, and it's a 3-1 ball game, and that will bring the tying run to the plate in Mark McGuire. Still nobody out in the 9th inning. The 3rd and the 5th. And he lifts it in the air. Right field. Joe Carter. Fox getting set to tag up and does not go except a 3rd of the way. And that'll be the first out here in the 9th inning. He's been talking to me too much. Here's the 2-strike pitch. And Steinbach strikes out for the 3rd time tonight, and there are 2 down. Go one way or the other, but here it is again. And a ground ball up the middle. Manny Lee gets the force, and the game